Well, I'm on the phone with head football coach Mark Shields from MDI High School. And, Coach, there's going to be just a tremendous amount of excitement down at the high school and on the island. What with the first time playing in the class, well, the first time ever playing in Class C, but the first time since 2008 and only the third time in the program playing in the regional finals.
Yeah, definitely, Chris. There's been, a nice buzz around the school here and in the community. We're hearing from a lot of people, and I've gotten a lot of nice emails, and not a Facebook guy, as many people know, but I've gotten a lot of nice emails and phone calls, and people just, grabbing me and saying, hey, great job with the kids this year, and the kids are playing great, and we're hearing awesome things about the team, and yeah, it really does feel good, and it's exciting. You're right. I mean, to know that we may have the largest crowd that stadium's ever seen. I don't know. I know we had a real big crowd in '08 when we went to the championship versus Morse, and we've had some big games here over the years, and there's been games prior to when I was head coach that were some big games, but this may be the largest crowd the stadium's ever seen.
We want to remind everyone that there is the first night of Tarzan happening, and there is a parking plan that's in effect for Friday night. You can read about it on the WDEA website at wdea.am. But basically, when you come in, you're going to be asked if you're going to the theater or to the football game, and then you're either going to go, if you're going to the football game, you're going to be directed to the tennis court lots, the parking by the tennis courts. If that fills up, which we know it will, then you're going to go into, as we like to refer it, the Arnold Popper parking area, which is by the practice field up by the press box. And if that fills up, then you're going to go back down to by the baseball diamond. So hopefully, but they can fit up to 200 or so cars on the practice field.
Right. So yeah, it is important that people do have an idea about that for sure, and spread the word to others, because we don't want anybody getting caught stuck in a spot that maybe they're not supposed to be, or they can't get out of, or that sort of thing. I know Mr. Dow and some of the maintenance guys have worked real hard on a plan here to try to make it as fluent as they possibly can for people and without people getting stuck. But yeah, a lot of people. It was kind of weird to think. I told the kids last night at practice, I said, believe it or not, what you're practicing on right now is going to be a parking lot Friday
Exactly.
night. And they all kind of gave me kind of a, what? Like, yeah, there's going to be cars parked up here. So, but hey, that's a good problem to have for sure.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, the access to the park to the practice field is one lane, and there will be police and school staff to help direct traffic, both coming in and going out. So you're just going to have to be patient. But you can listen to the post game on WDEA as you leave. So or music, depending upon how long you're in traffic. But it is what it is, and it's a great thing to be able to play this game. So tell us, how has practice gone this week?
Yeah, we've had a great week of practice. Like most weeks, if not all weeks, with this group of kids, they really do take this seriously, and right from day one, this group particularly just practices well. I mean, they stay focused on what we need to do, and we always talk about go about your business, and there's going to be times in practice that there are some lighter moments and some laughs and that sort of stuff, and I believe that's important too. I don't think we need to be super serious all the time, but when it's really time to work in practice, the kids do, and they know that's important. They've seen how that's helped us over the years, and once again this season, and so the kids have worked real hard. Once again, we focus on all three aspects of the game: special teams, defense, and offense, and we feel like we have a good game plan going forward.
A ball control is certainly going to be the key to victory. I think if I have to ask you what are the three keys, probably number one is ball control and hanging on to the ball.
Yeah, for sure. And we talked about this on Monday. Playing Winslow the first time down at Winslow, turning the ball over 4 times. You just can't have it. You're not going to win football games if you do that. You're not going to beat any team, especially a team as strong as Winslow. So, yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time on this broadcast, but, big plays on special teams. We cannot give up big plays on special teams. We cannot turn the ball over, and then we have to execute at all three aspects of the game. Once again, special teams, offense and defense, and, and I guess the fourth thing I'll throw in there, we've talked a lot about that this week, is they just have to play with a lot of heart. They're gonna play a team that from Winslow that they know how to win big games. They've done this time and time again, and two-time defending state champions coming into the game, and they've been here before. So our guys haven't, but we need to come out and play with a lot of heart. And if we do that, in my mind, we're winners no matter what happens. So if we can execute what we want to execute and play with heart, I'm feeling good about this football game.
MDI is a decided underdog amongst the so-called experts around. I mean, the press and people on Facebook and BR and things like that. That's probably a good thing to do, is to go in there as the underdog.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and it makes sense that we are the underdog. I mean, I know we're the number one seed, but Winslow and us had the same regular season record at 7-1. Winslow beat us down at Winslow by 3 scores. They're two-time defending state champions. They're normally number one in our conference year in, year out. That makes sense, and that's fine by us. Maybe that puts a little more pressure on them than us. I don't know, but I think when you get to a championship game, you really can throw all the records out, all the past meetings. Anything that happened prior to that game just really doesn't matter. It's who's going to perform that night, and we're hoping that we have a good night.
That being said, I think a lot of the boys and even some of the coaching staff wanted to play Winslow in the regional championship.
Well, I think we all felt like to be the best, you got to beat the best, and when they lost to Madison, Madison is an excellent football team, and we were fortunate to beat them. But I really did feel like Winslow probably was the better team out of those two teams. And to win a championship, we talked to the kids all week, they don't give championships away. And to win a championship, you're going to have to beat the best, and Winslow's been the best.
What do you want to say to the island community? I mean, you've had fantastic support, especially this year. I mean, you really need to have that place just absolutely jam-packed with people in green and white and yellow and just cheering on the Trojans. Yeah,
definitely. Thank you so much for your support in my tenure. This is my 14th year, I had to believe, as head coach, and the support has just been amazing, and this year no different. We've had some great crowds. We talk about that Madison game, and I don't think it could have gotten any better, and we're hoping it can get better this coming Friday night. But if you can come out and support the kids, they really do feel that excitement. I told them this is probably going to be the biggest crowd this stadium's ever seen, and the looks on their faces, that they take a lot of pride in that, and I said, these people are coming to watch you play, and you should be proud of that. So if you can come out and support us, we would greatly appreciate it.
I know that a lot of the boys, and you talk about lighthearted moments, a lot of the boys were coaching the flag football team games last night that the seniors won.
Yeah, so I just talked to Paige Mason. She helped organize it, and she was saying how Andrew Phelps and Drake James are just amazing coaches. That's what I found out today. I said, go figure. A couple football guys, no way. So that was fun. They did that last night, and that's been something they've been doing for the last few years. And tonight is a boys volleyball tournament that they've set up. So there's some fun things going on at school, and it's just a good feeling around here right now.
And tonight you have, of course, the team dinner. What do you want to say to the moms that have been involved in that?
Yeah, gosh, thanks so much. I know it's a lot of work and and time and energy, but it's just been awesome. You know, I've had some great moms over the years, and I have some great moms this year, and you know, the food's fabulous, and those boys can eat a lot, and the coaches can too, and yeah, it's just been nice, and it's just, you know, I always felt like it is important for our kids to be together, not only on the fields, you know, practice field or game field, but also together in a social setting. And this team, you know, I've said this before, they just legitimately like to be around one another, and that all started, I think, down at Schoodic, that sleepover at Schoodic we had, and you know, some of the guys, I think they all sort of liked each other, but didn't know. Some of them maybe didn't know each other quite as well as they could have, and that really brought us together. And we've just, you know, we've been a tight knit group since all the way through the season. So, but yes, thank you for the moms for sure.
All right, not least, but maybe last. What do you want to say to your wife?
Yeah, once again, I want to thank her for.
And your kids, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, my 3 kids, Maddie, Delaney, and Jacob, and you know, it's hard sometimes being, you know, the child of a coach, and definitely you know, the wife of a coach, and you know, there's a lot of time that I'm just not available for them, and but they want me to coach. You know, we thought that maybe last year was going to be my last year, and I had it in my mind that it was, and they wanted me to continue. I mean, that's how much they know I love
that's
to
how
do
much,
this. And
that's how much they want you out of the house, is what you're saying. Right.
Probably. But yeah, she's an amazing woman for sure. She very, very proud of her accomplishments that she's had in her life, and you know, and I know she's my biggest fan. So I can't thank her enough, and love her very much.
All right, Coach. We'll see you on the field on Friday night. Best of luck.
All right, Chris. Thank you.